What's up, guys? This is Tyssassin, and welcome back to another episode. It is episode number 13. Lucky number 13. And last time we made this Enderman farm right over here, and it's pretty sweet. I like it a lot. It's very loud. Shall I back up over here? And over here? Yeah, nice and quiet. Very nice. Yeah, it's working a treat. There's a couple of things though that need to be modified on it, and as you might have noticed, those Endermen popping out. I think we can solve that problem. These glass panes I'm not a huge fan of, but I've got an idea that we'll do in the near future to actually improve this quite a bit. So we're going to go ahead and leave this project today, and we're going to go ahead and head back to base, pick up some items, and work on a couple issues. See, last time I had a little problem making that Enderman farm, in that I lost my Silk Touch pick. I have two wonderful Fortune 3 picks, and no Silk Touch pick. So yeah, I've broken a lot of these things. Can't pick these up without Silk Touch. So I recently combined a couple of picks. I've got myself an Efficiency 5 and Breaking 3 pick, and we're gonna go visit a friend of mine. Ah, yes, I remember him well. A dear friend. This friend of ours is a wonderful villager that has one heck of a trade. It is 5 emeralds in a book for Silk Touch, which is fantastic. And I think I have a mending book already, so yeah, we've solved this problem. Alright, so blop. And let's grab ourselves one of these guys, and off we go to the races. We're gonna do that one first, and I should have named this earlier. Silky Pick 2. Yeah, number 2. There we go. So let's ditch this fortune pick, because I'm not a big fan of that. Let's put this back in here, and there we go. The other thing that we need to do really quickly is let's grab one of these, and I'm gonna grab a little bit of this action. Back at base, and I just put together some pistons for our plans today, and yeah, I'm gonna need a bunch of bone meal as well. So yeah, I'm using the wonderful crafting system to do one of these. I kind of wish that this thing over here was kind of over here, because then it'd be like boom, boom, boom. You know, it'd be a lot closer than this, but that's okay. It is what it is. So what are we doing today? Well, you know, we solved some problems, which is great, but we've got bigger plans. Yes, we do. So what we're going to do today is we're going to solve the problem of not having access to dyes. So you may know, but in Minecraft there are a whole bunch of different colors. This is one of them. These here. This is white, of course, and it's easy to obtain from the mob farm that we have, and yeah, quite handy. But that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for all sorts of colors, you see? All sorts of colors. And there's a particular type of farm that we can put together to help us obtain those. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to put together a dye farm, or really, I should say a flower farm, because a bunch of the colors can be obtained from flowers. I've done a little bit of AFKing with this thing on, but not like super long. So got some bones though, which is great. So yeah, we're gonna put together a dye farm, and I found a really great location to do so in. And I've also I've also put together a design. So I don't know if you've ever built a dye farm, but if you have not, that was really annoying. Why did it do that? If you have not, there's not too many designs out there to kind of put together, so it does take a little bit of finagling, but it's really not that hard. So I'm going to show you the design that I made, and that way if you want to, you know, do something similar in your world, you can feel free to take what I've designed and do what you like. Do with it what you like. Yeah, I can't speak, but that's okay. Let me craft up the rest of these bone blocks, and we'll head on our way. And here we are. We are just south of spawn by 2,500 blocks. Not just south, but we are near a witch hut, which is pretty mega. Ideas for the future? Maybe? Yeah, maybe. But we're going to avoid this witch hut. No. We're going to find a place here in the swamp, and we're going to make ourselves a little flower farm. So base is just over actually that direction, not too far from here, maybe more that direction. It is on this continent though. And yeah, let's take a look around here. I'm kind of liking this area over here. Yeah, I think we're going to aim that direction. So if you do not know, there's a particular flower here that only grows in the swamp. It's blue orchid. Yeah, I was not going to call it that, but you can stay. You can stay right there. I don't know if that's where you came from, but that's where you stay. So yeah, let me find a suitable location, and we'll start working on our farm. Yeah, I think this is it. Yep. Oh. Movement in the woods. So let me just quickly show you what I'm looking at here. So it's this area right here in the center. So I'll need to do some digging out in order to put this together, but this will be the spot. So yeah, a little bit of work to do on the environment, and then we'll be able to put together the farm. So what I'd like to do first, I'm going to go ahead and cut down these trees. And while I do that, I'm going to take you really quickly to the redstone testing world that I have and show you the farm design. Yeah, that'll do. So yeah, I won't give you like a full-blown tutorial here, but just to give you an idea, there's an etho hopper clock right here. There are 2 items inside of the hoppers, and basically those go out into this redstone line, which goes around here. It's just on a 1-tick delay to power those pistons. Same thing over here. It goes around, 1-tick delay, power those pistons, right? And then under here there are 4 dispensers, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there's basically a 1-tick, no, I moved it to 2 ticks. So 2 ticks on these 2 repeaters, which of course will cause those to turn on for 2 ticks as well. And basically what's happening here is these observers are monitoring or watching this redstone, and when it turns on, it sends a pulse, which of course bone meals the grass. And then when it turns off, it sends a pulse. And basically what that allows us to do is to get grass grown before the pistons move each time. So that way we're not wasting bone meal, and we don't have any issues with, you can kind of see grass and then move, and then grass and then move, right? It goes pretty quickly, but basically every single time it moves, we're right before that, we're using the bone meal. So timings are just right. If I was to make even the slightest adjustments to timings, it won't work. So yeah, this is good. So this is what we're going to build, and yeah, hopefully I'm done chopping those trees by now. Beautiful. So we have a little hole dug in the ground, and yeah, basically from here, what we're going to do is start kind of thinking about aesthetics. So I'm going to hop up on my little noob pillar here, and this is basically the area that we're going to be able to see. So, and actually it's not the area we're going to see. It's a little bit different, but basically we've got an area very similar to this size, pistons on either side. And I think I'll probably take out some trees as well, but our entrance will kind of go in this way. Right around this block down there is where we'll have a switch to flip the farm on and off. And yeah, this gives me an idea. I think my terraforming job is kind of okay. So yeah, let me dig out a little bit more of an area here. That way we've got room for all the redstone and everything, and then we'll be ready to build up this farm. All right, just a couple more blocks now. I did go get the beacon. It seemed like it would be a good idea. I don't know why I'm still collecting all this stone. You know, it seems like probably have enough, but I can't help it. So yeah, I brought the beacon over. Yeah, can't help it. makes it a little bit easier. I don't have enough room for anything here. Yep. So the hole is dug, and yeah, I'm pretty excited. So I've dug out enough room so that I could have my platform that the grass moves back and forth on a couple blocks below the surface. So this is going to be the area where you stand right up here, and some room for the redstone below. So nice and roomy. It is 17 blocks wide by 16 blocks deep. If you're paying attention and you're trying to make this yourself. I'll never be able to place this ever again. So yeah. That's the next step here, is to get the redstone down. So yeah, let me grab my redstone box and we will get to it. So while I'm doing this here, I just got back from vacation, which I'm super excited about. Could not be happier to get back. Had a lot of fun on vacation, but nice to get back and play some more Minecraft. I must say, I miss it. And I miss hanging out with you guys quite a bit. So had a lot of fun. I am going on vacation again here shortly. So just be aware there'll be some more ultra hardcore challenge mode stuff. And then I'll produce another episode of the Let's Play as soon as I get back. So those are all set up properly there. So we're going to go like this and then put redstone dust on either side, and we're just making a little etho hopper clock. So that's not how you do that at all. So yeah, we're going to actually build 2 of these farms. I cannot place this piston correctly. We're going to build one here in the swamp, and we're going to build one, no, let's not do that, wood. So there you go, we've got ourselves a hopper clock. And what we want to do is run an input to it. So we obviously don't want this to happen. So all we have to do is power this piston. It'll force it over there and lock the hopper so that these items stay here and will not go back over there. So this will be our input block right here. Or the other one, but I've probably used this one. We're going to run that in the end up here to a switch. So pretty easy. But yeah, we're going to build a farm here, and I plan to build another farm somewhere over there in the near future. So in the meantime, it's time to lay down some serious redstone. So let me get to it. Okay, pistons are down, and I can't get up here. So we've got 11 pistons going this way. There's 12 blocks worth of grass that's going to be pushed. And if we flip this lever, you'll see it's very loud, but it will get pushed back and forth. So that's all laid out. Next part is the dispensers. All right, the redstone is complete. So I just wanted to show you really quickly before I kind of wrap this first farm up what we're doing. So we've got our dispensers in here. Basically, there's a 3-block wide gap between each of them. If you notice on this side, this is 3 blocks, right? But on this side, it's 4 blocks. And that's because we have 12 blocks, the push limit of a piston. So we have 12 blocks going across. And basically what we're going to do, when we cover these in, right, we're going to actually wrap the outside of this. On this side, it's going to be on the grass when this piston, of course, is not extended. And it'll be on the piston over here when it is extended. So that basically what that allows us to do is never see piston heads in our farm, which is nice. So the last thing I kind of want to do here, I do have a minor problem there, and I'll solve that in just a second. I'll be running an input to a different place, so it's not that big of a deal. I am looking for my bone box, so let's grab one of these, and I will show you really quickly how this bad boy runs. So down here we have our dispensers, and I'll actually be hooking up some hopper action to these here shortly. But for our entertainment, we will make sure that this here mechanism works. So what we're going to need to do, you see, is put this grass block in here. So I'm just going to hold left and right click. And there we go. So let's head up here. Oh yes, looking very good. Very good. So I'll definitely want to put this back in the end, just like so. And we can turn it off, and you can see this thing produces some serious flowers. So I put a stack of bone meal in each of those. Let's collect all of our goodies here, and we'll take a quick look at what that equated to. Now, of course, we didn't run through all of the bone meal, but we got 2.5 stacks of blue orchids, and that's based on what just around a stack of bone meal. So not bad, and it happens very quickly, which is awesome. That's kind of the goal, right? Be able to come over here and really quickly get everything that we need and get the heck out of here. So all I have to do now is run some hoppers and an input to this block so we can turn everything on and off, and then kind of wrap up the look of the farm, and then we're good to go, and we'll move on to the next one, which is going to be a little bit more interesting. Same farm, different idea. So I'm excited to show you that one. Well, there you have it, guys. This is the first flower farm in our world, and you can see I tossed some seeds in there because I don't want them. They're gonna stay there. But yeah, a little quaint setup here. We've got ourselves a couple input chests which flow in some bone meal, and I've got a spot for some bone meal as well. And I will show you really quickly what that looks like. So we just toss them in here, and down they go into the 2 dispensers on each side. So there's 2 hopper chains, one going to this dispenser, one going to that one, and so on. And there's also a chest here for tulips, a nether portal, which I've taken the coordinates of, and I will link in the nether later with a portal. I'm gonna make a path to it and all that. And then yeah, the farm itself works quite well. It's a wee bit laggy on camera. Yes, there it goes. So yeah, it's just bumping out the drops just like crazy. So we're doing just fine here, just fine. So what we need to do now is grab all these items. Hopefully not grab those. Yep, I grabbed them anyways. Grab all these items and we'll toss them in the chest, and then I'm going to take you on to another place in our world, somewhere very close by, you see, because there's another type of flower farm that you might want to make, and I happen to know just the place. It's right over this roofed forest, and yeah, you might see it there on the horizon. This is a flower forest, and it is a pretty cool place, I must say. So the cool thing about a flower forest is that, well, it spawns lots of flowers. It's a biome type. You can see it here, biome flower forest. And the cool thing with a flower forest is you can get lots of different colored dyes, but there's a particular dye that I like to make sure I get around here, and it is an oxeye daisy, which produces light gray dye. I can't find an oxeye, but I know they're in here somewhere because I've been over here once before. Here's one. So yeah, if we take this as an oxeye daisy, and it will make light gray dyes. So the nice thing with that is it means that we don't have to waste bone meal and ink sacs in order to make light gray dye. So it's my understanding with this flower forest that some interesting things happen around here. So if we take our bone box and we'll grab some bone meal. That was more than I wanted. So it's my understanding that when you're in here and you spawn a flower, right, that flower is going to always show up in that block. Let's see if we can prove that. That was a dandelion. Yep, still a dandelion. That's a texture pack thing, but still a dandelion. Whereas maybe over here, where these tulips are, this is a white tulip, I believe. Yeah, white tulip. So let's take those 2 white tulips out. That was this block and this block, and we'll see if that's still the case. So what we want to do, and that's kind of my point with this testing that I'm doing, we're going to want to choose a spot that's extra good. So that is still a white tulip, and let's see if we can get this block here. Yeah, still white tulip. So what that means to us is that we're going to have to find an area that will hopefully have a decent assortment of flowers. But the big one that I'm worried about is the oxeye daisy, because I can get poppies and I can get orange dye from dandelions, and yeah, I mean, there's lots of different ways to get red and orange, or red and yellow. One of the easiest ones is bone mealing a 2-high plant. It just magically creates more 2-high plants for you to make an insane amount of dye with, which I don't really want in my inventory right now. So yellow and red aren't a concern. Pink would be great, and gray from the Oxeye Daisy is a high priority. So let me take a look around and I will find the perfect location. I've done a bit of bone mealing, quite a bit actually. And yeah, I think I found the spot. There's a lot of different areas around here that we could do this in, but I kind of kept coming back to this area. Now I need to correct myself from my prior clip. The Oxeye Daisy, this guy, doesn't grow in a flower forest, or maybe it does, but it also grows outside of the flower forest, like right here, which is not flower forest. Oh, it is. Well, anyways, I looked it up on the wiki. This thing can grow in plains, which, yeah, I was thinking of this weird-looking flower over here, which is an azure bleu. I think it's French. It also makes light gray dye. So the ultimate hope for this farm is light gray dye, but I was also kind of thinking as I kind of came back to this area that it would be nice to have flowers too. Maybe we can decorate with them, or something like that. So we've got azure bleu, we've got the allium. We've got red tulips, white tulips, orange tulips, and a little bit of pink tulips over here. I would assume that maybe some of these areas are also pink tulips, but it didn't feel like bone mealing anymore. So it gives us a pretty wide range of flowers. So I think this is the spot. I've got my 11 by 11 marked out, and yeah, these are the type of flowers that we're going to see inside of it. Now, we've already built one of these already, so I don't think I'm going to record me building it again. So let me just go ahead and get some work done, and I'll be back with you in a second. And that, my friends, is that. So farm number 2 is done. It's sitting real pretty here inside the flower forest. Yeah, there it is. Nestled right inside of everything, and yeah, looking pretty good. So like I said, we'll decorate this place a little bit better another day. I added in a couple more trees and what have you, but the farm is here and it should be working. Let's give it a test real quick and see how it does. Let's do that and that. And yeah, we'll give that just a second. While that's loading in there, I want to mention one thing in case you are actually building this farm. Down on each side where the pistons are, there's a repeater right there, and I lost that grass block, which is a bummer. That repeater I had set to 1 tick, and I was doing some more testing in between clips here. And actually 4 ticks is good here, but only if you also, let me get down here, also remove the repeater that was going in here. So this whole area now is redstone, which is fine. It has plenty of pulse length to come through here. So this is all redstone now, and then on both sides there's a repeater at 4 ticks, okay? Both sides. So yeah, just a minor change, and there we go. Yeah, let's see this thing in action real quick. It's getting dark, so we must hurry. But yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. I think I also left a endermite in the basement there. So let's give it a test real quick. This thing runs pretty fast, especially now that I made that adjustment. So it seemed like the other way was working better in the testing world, but here in the actual world here, that's not the case. So again, it lags a little bit while I'm recording, but you'll notice that grass shows up before the piston moves. If you're looking carefully, you can also see all the redstone that's down there. So just off of a few seconds, yeah, there's definitely an endermite down there. I can hear him. Let's take a look at what we got. So yeah, we're definitely getting lots of different types of flowers, and yeah, like this will be a source of lots of good different dyes here. I think, let's see, we've got 29 alum, 52 azure, tons of red and orange tulips, and some white tulips. and one more red tulip. So yeah, not too bad. That's a lot of flowers for such a short time, which is kind of the advantage of this farm. And it's using multiple dispensers, and they're all set up in a way now that I'm not going to waste any bone meal whatsoever. So yeah, pretty good. I'm pretty excited about it. So yeah, I hope you are as well, and I hope that you enjoyed the episode. We're doing a couple of things. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, we've got a new series going on, Ultra Hardcore Challenge Mode. If you haven't seen it, it's a lot of fun. I've never done Ultra Hardcore before, but yeah, I'm doing okay. I haven't died yet, so that's really good. So check it out if you'd like. And then as far as this series go, we'll continue, like I said, probably next Saturday. This will release Saturday this week, and we'll have another episode in a week. So I'll be gone for a couple of days with some friends and my wife. So yeah, wish me luck on my vacation. And in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, leave it a like. And if you haven't already, subscribe. And like I said, check out the other series. Let me know what you think about it. But in the meantime, this has been Tyssassin, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Meanwhile, across town, in this less than fashionable cubbyhole of the San Francisco Examiner, these editors are programming today's copy of the paper into that same Ohio computer.